Hi guys, my name is Alma and I am a first year history teacher. Of course, as you see, this video says classroom setup, but clearly I am not in my classroom. I am on my bed videotaping. Okay, so for the first day of my classroom setup, there was a lot of things that caused me not to vlog and be able to record me being me, talking to you guys, showing you guys how I organize things. And it was a struggle. It was a struggle because I came into my classroom and the ACs in the rooms specifically, were not on. In the hallways, they were. So I had to keep my door open. And the second problem with that goes with that, is that there were maintenance workers. There was maintenance workers doing what they do, and I had to keep the door open. And some of the things that they were saying weren't particularly like family friendly, and I don't want anybody, I don't know, I didn't want that kind of stuff in the background. If it was up to me and they were just speaking normally and very appropriately, I would have vlogged all that I wanted to, because I really don't care about vlogging in front of people. I will talk to my phone in front of other people. I will let them go ahead and laugh at me. I'll show them on the camera or something. But when it comes to people talking inappropriately around me, I can't do it. I feel like it's just weird. That's just me. So when I got to my classroom, I saw that all of the desks were kind of in a line facing forward. And these desks, they're like I think it's a hexagon. Yeah, it's hexagon. It's not an octagon. I don't think so. Yeah, it's a hexagon. It's not a I think it's a hexagon. Okay. I don't know my shapes. I'm sorry. I'm not a math teacher. I'm not a geometry teacher. I am a history teacher. So they were like half hexagonal desks that you can fit like two students in, and they were all facing forward, and it just looked like there was no space in the classroom, like none at all. And there was all of these like excessive tables, like super excessive tables, that I didn't understand why they were there, why they were needed. Switch to voiceover mode. Hi guys, this is my classroom. As you can see, like I said, immense amount of tables. All of the desks are facing up front, which allows for absolutely no space to be creative or even just move around in my own classroom. Yeah, I just wanted to move all of them so that I can move around and the students can comfortably move around as well. So I went ahead and started moving everything around. I put the desks in different kinds of shapes, and what I came down to was two of them. It was rather the desks facing each other, like two set of these desks facing each other for more collaboration, or kind of like a chevron shape with two desks. And I wanted to kind of promote collaboration, but I don't know whether or not I should do either or, because even though both of them are good, I feel like one of them takes up more space than the other, so I wasn't extremely sure. But I will be more sure of that when all of those tables that are not needed are out of my classroom. That's probably when I will be able to be sure. So with that, I looked at the supply closets, and there were a lot of supplies, more than I was even expecting. And I was so thankful. I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't have to worry about ordering this stuff. I don't worry about supplying each of the stuff my own. There was markers, there were color pencils, there were highlighters, there were like everything that a teacher would need for like the basic supplies of a classroom, for them to be creative, for them to collaborate with each other. That's what I needed, and that was what was there. So I was super glad. So with that, I started organizing this stuff because I felt like all of it's off. I felt like in the little shelves, the little cupboards on the top, I felt like those should be for specifically the supplies. The supplies that the kids are going to need every day. That way they're not opening the bigger closet, because I feel like the bigger closet would be more for my stuff, more for stuff that I don't want the kids to see. So I would put my stuff in there, and then most of their supplies, except for like bigger supplies, of course, posters they're not going to need every day, like those kinds of stuff, I'm going to put those in there, of course. But the smaller little cupboards, I want those specifically to be for everyday stuff that they could just go in themselves, take out if I ask them to, and just be cool with it. So with that, I'm going to show you like a quick little video of me doing just a quick little time lapse of me organizing that stuff. Again, keep in mind, I had to cut it short because of the fact that I felt really uncomfortable. I was not comfortable with the maintenance workers being around, but not only that, the way they were speaking. And I was uncomfortable just in general because they just kept peeking in on me. I don't like to be watched doing things unless I know somebody, like, but I don't like to be being watched doing things by strangers, especially when they're continuously peeking in on me. It was just extremely bothersome and it made me super uncomfortable, so I stopped recording. And I actually had to ask my friend to come down and just help me because I was like, I don't know. I don't know, like, I don't want to be here. I felt so uncomfortable and I was like, but I can't leave. I have to do this stuff. And the reason why I have to do everything then and there is because, keep in mind, in Arizona, we start school a little bit earlier than a lot of other states. So in Arizona, well, for my specific district, we start school on the 6th of August. And I did not know, usually for other schools that I've been at, as in schools that I went to, schools that I interned for, their open houses were later on in the month. But for this specific school or school district, they actually start their open house on the 1st, like 5 days earlier than when the kids actually get in. So I have to have my classroom ready, looking nice by the 1st. So not only that, that just gives me a few days to do that. Okay, few days to do that, about give or take 3, right? 3 days, because it's next Thursday. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, that's all that I have, and maybe Thursday, maybe throughout the day. But I have new teacher orientation on Monday and Tuesday. So I am worried that that's going to eat up a lot of my time and I'm not going to be able to work on my classroom the way that I want to and get the help that I need to, because I need a lot of help when it comes to actually putting up the things that I wanted to put up and decorating it how I just wanted to decorate it. I wanted to decorate it nice and make it look out the most welcoming, sorry. I wanted to make it look the most welcoming that I can for kids coming into my classroom. I don't want it to be plain. I don't want it to be too colorful, but I want it to be a nice homey feel. So that's what I wanted to do. So I had actually got a lot of supplies in order to make it feel more homey, more inviting for kids, instead of like this is too colorful, like too much of a stimulus for kids. Because I feel like when classrooms are too colorful, they get distracted. They get distracted and they would just want to look around to see everything else. And I don't want them to just look around to see everything else, okay? I want them to have the quick glance of the classroom, be like, oh, this looks nice, and that's it. That's it. Because I know I read in an article that having too much of a colorful classroom, or not excessive, but too much going on, like it's too much of a busy thing. If it's too busy, then the kids would get distracted. So I don't want that to happen. So with that, I'm kind of panicking just a little bit to get everything done. I might need to ask for more help than I was expecting to get. And there's still so much I have to do. Not only decorate my classroom, I have to print out the posters. I made posters specifically for my classroom. And so I have to go professionally print these out because, of course, they're not in color. Like I said, I don't want a colorful classroom. I wanted it black and white and like pops of green, pops of maybe gold. I like gold. Gold's nice. But I have to worry about getting those printed. And then I have to worry about laminating those. I have to worry still about lesson plans. So if you don't know me personally or you don't follow my Instagram, I was barely hired kind of 2 weeks ago. So that gives me a minimal amount of time to plan lessons. So not only do I have to worry about setting up my classroom, now I have to worry about lesson plans. Luckily, I found out that a friend of mine from college is actually working with me at the school, and he is teaching the same grades that I am. So I am going to be able to collaborate with him. I'm going to be able to do what I can with him, and he had already said that he already planned out the first 2 weeks of school. So I am extremely glad that I have somebody that I could just collaborate with, and that I know that I am able just to easily talk to about ideas or different things. So that kind of relieves some of the pressure off of me. So I felt that that was super cool. With that, I hope to go in probably maybe Monday. After those meetings, I might have, so those meetings end at like 3:30, so I might have like 2 or 3 hours in order to set up what I can. And then after that, I'm not going to be able to set up anymore. And then I have to just pick it back up some other day. So I might have to wake up early, maybe on Monday or Tuesday, print out those posters, do what I need to do, and just to have everything ready. It's super stressful right now on me, and I'm just hoping that it all goes good for my students, and also, well, it's really all for the students. It's all for the students to make them feel at home, to make them feel like they're going to be in this safe space, so they are able to collaborate. They are able to feel like, oh my gosh, this teacher actually really cares about us. She wants us to be able to strive, and I feel like that has a lot to do with them seeing you decorate the classroom. If they see that you're decorating the classroom, they see that you're actually invested in them. You're actually invested in the school, and you want the best for them. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Please give me a like and a subscribe. Again, my Instagram is Radiant Soul Classroom if you want to follow that. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.